Throughout today's show, we've been discussing why to replace siding on a home. And while aesthetically it might be obvious, there can be other reasons that are oftentimes hidden behind the existing siding that need to be addressed, such as the water damage our homeowners discovered as their original vinyl siding was being removed. Fortunately for them, however, there is a solution to their problem, as they opted for the full wrap protection of the rigid stack siding system with a diamond coat finish. Now let's head back out to our project to see the system they selected being installed, as we finish up with Andy Stry from Wausau Siding Systems. Wow, Andy, this project is turning out just beautifully, and it looks like they're just putting the finishing touches on right now.
Yeah, I got a few more things to go, but again, they're finishing up the siding, getting ready to put some shakes on the gable here. It's coming along.
Yeah, and you know, one thing I've learned so far in today's show is that it's pretty obvious when you want to replace your siding because of the aesthetic reasons, but it goes much deeper than that. And I know there are some areas of concerns that you revealed when you were pulling off the old siding.
Yeah, so this wall in particular was the wall I was talking about earlier, where this had a lot of rot and decay down here that the homeowner is now taking care of. And just as a different accent, they put stone here instead. But again, it's part of the remodel.
And not only here, but you hit the nail on the head on the backside when you tore off that siding, how rotted it was along the garage.
The experience will tell us again and again, those areas are trouble prone, and you saw how bad it can be.
Yeah, but the good news is you can fix it if you're going with the proper siding system and a competent contractor.
Absolutely. You know, flashings are key details, and we've got a lot of products to make that happen the right way.
Okay, well, as I mentioned, it's part of the siding system, and back at the training center, we learned that it's exactly that, a lot of components. Here out in the real world, let's take a look at some of those components.
Yeah, so right behind you here, our one-piece outside corner. Again, it's got that nailing flange on there, so all of our nails are fastened here. No fasteners through the face, again, keeping that very clean, very good looking.
Locked in there, very rigid. I also like this. Easy to work with for the contractor. They just had to notch it out. It's just like working with wood.
Yeah, way easier as a one piece than trying to piece that together on site.
Exactly.
Here we've got our rigid stack starter strip, so this would be the metal option to start that product.
Okay, and flashing, you talked about how important that is. Color matched as well.
Yep, absolutely. Again, showing the flashing details up above on that band board too, making sure that water gets kicked out above that window area.
You know, one thing I really like, we talked about the diamond coat finish, but when you get up close and personal with it, it looks just beautiful. And it's not too much that it takes away from the wood grain detail that we all want. We want that wood grain look, and sometimes if you go with too heavy a paint coat, you're gonna lose that detail, but with the diamond coat, you certainly don't.
No, absolutely. Again, it's all about putting that consistent finish on that board to protect the board as well as accentuate that wood grain.
And you touched on, with the rigid stack, the shadow line. I just love it here, and it's consistent on each piece.
Absolutely, yeah. Consistent overlaps, consistent shadow lines, because that locks tighter to the wall. Again, 375% stronger bond. Feel that, Sue. It's really tight to the wall.
Remember earlier when I was pulling on,
Yeah.
barely pulling on the vinyl siding, it would just peel right off.
Right.
No way you can pull that off.
No.
Now over here, is this a starter board that's a little different than this?
Right, this is that starter board that was in our contractor box. What this product does is this is a PVC product, so it's completely impervious to moisture. We want to make sure we protect our bottom course of siding from our dirt or our grade.
Sure.
So again, we give that bottom course of siding a little bit of buffer. We can mulch right up against it. It's not going to hurt anything.
Boy, I like it too because it's color matched again, part of a system.
Yep, great looking wood grain. Again, everything blends together nicely.
And one of my favorite components in the system is the rigid block. And there were a lot of them used on this house.
Absolutely. Again, does a great job at helping blend into the siding because the grain's going parallel to the siding, and most importantly, it protects that for water penetration into the house.
Well, again, I can't stress enough how much I learned how if you want to get your best value when re-siding your house, don't look at the end result so much, the siding. Look at it as a system and all the components that make up the system. And then make sure you have a competent contractor installing them so you get your,
right,
again, a quality end result that works the way it's supposed to. But what happens if I'm a homeowner and I want rigid stack in my house, but I don't have a contractor?
You know, we can help you with that, Stu. So all you have to do is log onto our website. We have a form to fill out. We can very easily hook you up with a dealer of where to buy the product from, as well as a contractor that can come out and talk to you about your specific project.
So really, at the end of the day, you're most concerned about the end result for the homeowner. A quality product installed by a competent contractor, homeowner's going to get their best result and be happy for years to come.
Yeah, you know, we even go as far as we can send the homeowner samples. We can help them with their design, their color process, picking out, choosing their colors. Anything they're looking for, we're happy to help with that process.
That's just awesome. It couldn't have picked a better project. I appreciate you coming on today's show and sharing it with us.
It's been my pleasure.